In the headlines, bandits invade Plateau villages, injure many, set houses on fire. NDLEA intercepts 101 parcels of cocaine, other substances in Lagos, Edo and Enugu. Economic and Financial Crimes Commission challenges court order to release Obiano's passport. And Pope Francis calls for an Easter truce in Ukraine as Christians mark Palm Sunday. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Update. I am Zaida Bala. Hello and welcome. Now, bandits on Sunday attacked villages in Kanam local government area of Plateau State. According to the residents of the affected areas, the bandits attacked Kukawa, Gyambahu, Dungur and Keram villages where dozens of people were killed. Reports say many people were injured while hundreds of people fled their homes. Trust TV's Ado Musa gives us an update.
At about 11 a.m. this morning, government suspected to be bandit invaded the villages of Kanam local government area of Plateau State. According to Adam Musa, a resident of the area who confirmed the incident to Trust TV, says the villages affected include Kukawa, Gyambawu, Durung, and Keram. According to Musa, the government invaded the area when the residents of the affected villages were going about their normal activities. He said a score of people were reportedly killed while many were injured. He added that hundreds of people have been displaced as a result of the attack, and security personnel are yet to get to the areas attacked.
Now, bandits have attacked Ade village of Kutura station in Tataru ward of Kajuru local government area of Kaduna State, killing 2 indigenes of the community and burning down houses. One of the male victims had his head and hands chopped off after he was killed by the bandits during the attack. The attack is yet to be confirmed by the police or Kaduna State government, but a former chairman of Kajuru local government area told Channels Television that the bandits first attacked some of the adjoining communities on Tuesday, burning down houses and shooting sporadically within the community. He said that the bandits later returned in Ade community, also under Kutura station on Friday afternoon, and carried similar attack and in the process shot 2 persons to death. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, has assured of his readiness to ensure that officers and men of the force are ever ready to deliver on the task of ensuring public safety across the country. The IGP gave the assurance this Sunday while assessing the deployment of personnel along Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Expressway and Abuja-Jere-Kaduna Road. This, he said, is in furtherance of his desire to ensure the sustainability of the security arrangements along the axis. According to the IGP, such supervisory moves would soon be extended to other parts of the country to ensure nationwide security.
Are you guiding only the railway people? You're also guiding even if it is a tire that is there, it is the contract now is going to make names. Hello, sir.
Bandits have invaded Gwagwalada Area Council of Abuja and shot dead the chairman of the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria and the council, Adamu Aliyu. Aliyu was said to have been killed alongside 4 others near Daku village in Dobi ward of the council on Thursday. Secretary of Makban, Muhammad Usman, who confirmed the incident on Sunday, said 3 persons were abducted while 3 others who sustained gunshot wounds are receiving treatment at the University of Abuja Teaching Hospital in Gwagwalada. He said the late Makban chairman was killed by bandits who emerged from the bush and opened fire on the vehicle while they were returning from Izom Market in Niger State. He said the deceased corpses had been buried according to Islamic rites. The chairman of Gwagwalada Area Council, Adamu Mustafa, confirmed the incident to our reporter. Now, insecurity in Nigeria has ruined the lives of many and subjected several others to lifelong depression, agony and economic deprivation. Katsina State, which is still having its own share of insecurity, has lost hundreds of lives, millions of animals to rustling with property worth billions of naira destroyed. In this report, Abdullahi Yamadi says thousands of farming and animal rearing communities, among other things, have been devastated.
The very few people remaining in these communities have gory tales of rape cases, armed robbery and other assaults. The absence of traditional institutions apart from those like schools, courts, police and other security outposts which have been sacked from the affected communities by insecurity worsens the likelihood of survival. For the past 7 years, people in these ravaged communities neither go to farms nor rear animals. You see, anybody that tells you that we can go to farm in this part of Katsina State, especially the areas ravaged by this insecurity, is telling you lies. There's no way we can go to farms. The insecurity has bedeviled and has continued to bedevil our villages. Our villages have been ransacked, so we don't have any means of going to the farms. You see, we don't even have the oxes. We use oxes in most of the farming activities in this part of the country. And our oxes, our cows have been rustled. We don't have the means, we don't have anything to sell to go to farms, to buy fertilizer, to do anything that will support us in going to the farms. How much more of the issue of insecurity we are facing, where we don't have anything, and these people are almost everywhere. To these children, the future is not promising, and they no longer go to schools like their colleagues in other parts of the country. People that were once comfortable are now rendered poor, with many of them begging for alms in cities and neighboring towns. Even at that, their lives as beggars in the cities promise nothing other than vulnerability to danger and other crimes. We are afraid. Both the students and the teachers are afraid of going to schools. We cannot go to school because this insecurity has ravaged almost everything. Most of residents here cannot even have the comfort of discharging their religious obligations, such as 5 daily prayers, fasting, or Jumat prayers with ease. Majority or almost everyone here must pay levy to guarantee their continued stay in the community. You see, it is almost time for us to start conveying manure to our farms, but there is nothing we can do because these people are almost everywhere. They can pick you at any point and they can kill you at any time. So we can't go to our farms now, and I don't think anybody can dare doing that. The above scenario, many believe, calls for more government commitments to restore lasting peace in the affected communities to enable farmers produce enough food to avert food crisis. Abdullahi Ismayamadi, Trust Television News, Katsina.
A total of 126 refugees who fled their home for persistent bandits attacking Giwa local government require quick medical attention. The camp director, Idris Saleh Giwa, who disclosed this to our reporter who visited the camp, said most of the patients were females and children. The report.
The camp director said already 5 have given birth in the camp, most of those who are affected by trauma, hypertension, high blood pressure and malaria. Saleh Giwa explained that out of the number, 10 have been admitted for intensive medical care, while others could not be taken to hospital due to shortage of funds. He explained that in the Laleha and Kanwa villages, many have been orphaned and widowed following the deaths of their husbands and fathers. Giwa explained that in the Lale village, 16 persons were killed leaving behind 30 wives and 86 children, while in Beriberi, 10 men have been killed who had a total of 17 wives with 80 children, who are now orphans. According to the camp director in Hainkamwa village, 8 people have been killed, leaving behind 16 wives and 66 children, while in Anguar Baku, a total of 5 males lost their lives to the bandits and left behind 10 wives with 66 children. He, however, stated that the local government council and some other voluntary donors helped in running the camp, while awaiting the State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA, for further assistance.
Here I have more than 300 people that we are sleeping here with them. And there are some that are inside town. They used to come in the morning and then during the night after we finish our ta'alim, because we are doing ta'alim from 9:30 to 11:30 here in the Square Islamic lecture, because we are in the month of Ramadan together with them. And some of them are not sleeping here because they have houses, they rent houses inside town. And some people give them free of charge. And they have relatives, they have relatives that are staying there with them. But here in our camp we have almost 300 people that we are sleeping with them. Most of them are females and children and old people, because the males that are here are not much. Our security is 100% because we are near the police station here. The DPO of Gyo local government is doing his best, Gyo the Bishop. SP Muhammad Bashir Mada, he's doing his best because he used to send policemen to sleep with us here. It is the local government chairman that supply food for them in the initial stage.
My name is Aisha Abdullahi from Baribari. We are here because we were forced to flee our homes after bandits invaded our village. We have been here for about 2 weeks. Our husbands and fathers were killed. They burnt our property. Now we are dependent on people to feed. My name is Aminatu. We were chased from our homes by bandits. They killed about 14 people. They burnt our houses. We want the government to come to our aid and secure our villages. My husband married 3 of us. Now he has been kidnapped. The bandits abducted him, took our valuables, and now we have no place to go.
No less than 101 parcels of cocaine concealed in 8 children duvet have been intercepted by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency at the Murtala Muhammad International Airport in Ikeja, Lagos. The illicit drug was brought into the country by a 52-year-old Brazilian returnee, Akudiriwa Hilary Uchena, who hails from Oru East local government area of Imo State. In a related development, big pellets of skunk concealed in detergent containers have been intercepted at the Akanu Ibiamo International Airport in Enugu. A 37-year-old South African returnee, Ezekwesili Afamefune, brought in the consignment weighing 730 grams aboard Ethiopian airline flight from Johannesburg, South Africa via Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. In Edo State, a 24-year-old drug dealer, Christian John, was arrested by NDLEA operatives in Negbeta, Ovia Northeast local government area for selling assorted illicit drugs, which include sachet of drugged Milo beverage, cannabis sativa, swinol, and tramadol tablets. In Zamfara State, On Uche Uba was arrested on Friday, 8 April, with over 1,000 ampules of pentazocine at Kauranamoda area of Zamfara State. A statement by the agency's Director, Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, commended operatives of the agency across the country for the arrest and urged them to eschew acts capable of compromising the war against illegal drugs in the country. You're watching Trust TV News Updates coming up. Reactions trail conflicting judgment on political party defection. Details of this and more after the break. To stay. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is Trust TV News Update, a recap of our top stories. Bandits on Sunday attacked villages in Kanam local government area of Plateau State, injuring many. NDLEA intercepts 101 parcels of cocaine, other substances in Lagos, Edo and Enugu states. Still ahead, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has kicked against the interim order made ex parte by the Awka Division of the Federal High Court, presided over by Justice Hilderida A. Angadiwa, granting the former governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano, leave to travel abroad to the United States of America to attend to his medical appointment on the grounds of denial of fair hearing. This is according to a statement signed by EFCC spokesperson Wilson Ujering. Obiano is being investigated by the EFCC for alleged corruption and money laundering during his tenure as Anambra State Governor from 2014 to 2022. He was arrested on March 17th at the Murtala Mohammed Airport in Lagos as he attempted to leave the country hours after handing over to his successor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo. He had earlier been on the Commission's watch list. Still ahead, serving overseer of the Citadel Global Community Church, formerly known as Lateran Assembly, Pastor Tunde Bakari on Saturday declared his ambition to run for president in 2023, saying he remains the best suitable candidate to address Nigeria's problems. Bakari said this at the virtual meeting unveiling Project 16 to Nigerians in diaspora, with the theme The Portrait of the New Nigeria, organized by the PTB for Nigeria in Diaspora Group. In his address, the cleric warned that ahead of the 2023 general elections, the South is being set against the North, while Christians are set against Muslims. He, however, said he remains the rallying point to restore order in the country. Still ahead, the recent court judgment dismissing suit seeking removal of Cross River State Governor Ben Ayade for defecting to APC has generated debate among legal practitioners on defection. Some senior lawyers speak on conflicting high court judgments, one sacking a state governor and another dismissing the suit in similar case. They speak to Trust TV's Shafiu Suleiman against the backdrop of a judicial logjam on the sidelines of a Court of Appeal Enugu Division judgment on the matter.
Though defection or cross-carpeting amongst political office holders is not novel, have been featured minimally in the First Republic, prominently in the Second Republic, and now frequently. Litigations around the political anomaly are also not novel, from Supreme Court pronouncement in Atiku vs. Obasanjo, Amechi vs. INEC, and now involving governors of Ebonyi, Cross River, and Zamfara states. On March 9, 2022, Justice Inyang Eko of the Federal High Court Abuja applied the judicial sledgehammer as he sacks Governor David Umahi, his deputy, and 20 other lawmakers for abandoning their party, the PDP, to APC.
It is true that a judge can iron out decreases from a texture, but he should not change the entire material from which the texture was made. And that for them to do that, as the Court of Appeal said last week, for a judge to do that and bring it to the Constitution, what is not there amounts to nothing but judicial impertinence and judicial rascality.
I will go with Justice Eko. And my reason is not far-fetched. One, you cannot become even a candidate without being sponsored by a political party. You must be sponsored by a political party. Number two, like I said earlier, the Supreme Court has stated in Amechi against INEC that votes belongs to a political party. And the Supreme Court has been very consistent with that.
Just about the moment another presiding Federal High Court judge, Justice Taiwo, was about to deliver judgment in a similar suit involving Cross River State Governor Ben Ayade, a Court of Appeal Enugu Division dismissed a suit against the embattled David Umahi, citing constitutional lacuna. The question is, can there be remedy to this political rascality?
Yes. What is the solution? Section 9 of the Constitution. Let the National Assembly, the legislature, do their job by amending the Constitution to include that defection will now be punishable by you be removed from office.
I don't think the national, because it's a very volatile political issue. So the interests of the political parties are involved. The interests of the governors are involved. So, and you know, the National Assembly would like to play smart and leave it for the court to decide.
Justice Taiwo was compelled to toe the line of a Superior Court judgment and deciding on Ayadeba's PDP to avoid getting involved in what he cited as judicial rascality.
You cannot punish a governor for defecting, and that the Constitution has not provided that defection is one of the reasons a governor can lose his seat, or president, or vice president, or deputy governor. The situations under which they can lose their seat have been provided for exhaustively by the Constitution in sections 180, 188, and 189 of the Constitution.
The Constitution is the ground norm, but even the Constitution left its own, the interpretation of that ground norm to the judiciary. So it is the court that can interpret and say this is what it is.
As the legal battle to put an end to arbitrary defections by elected political office holders get to the apex Supreme Court for remedy, legal experts say the days for cross-carpeting without recourse to people's mandate may have been numbered. Shapir Suleiman, Trust TV News, Abuja.
The Nigeria Erosion and Watershed Management Project, NEWAP, says it will continue to give priority to communities affected by erosion as a way of improving the life of the people in those areas. Some official of NEWAP stated this while inspecting rehabilitated erosion sites in Lafia and Nasarawa State. Abubakar Abdullahi has the details of this.
Was among those affected by erosion in some parts of the state, but the intervention by the Nigeria Watershed Management Project has brought succor to the people here. The managers of NEWAP activities in Nigeria say commitment by the benefiting communities of its project will encourage the World Bank to inject more resources towards improving the life of the people.
One of the things that we are looking at doing is actually to work with communities such as yours. So it's really impressive to see that there's already an established community interest group, and we've taken note of your concern, which is how to help you move from manual production to a more advanced production, and also the use of solar system. And
you see, whatever you do, if you do it well and you excel and you show real commitment in it, definitely one day somebody is going to notice it and something very good will follow.
Governor Abdullahi Sule of Nasarawa State, on his part, commended NEWAP for embarking on projects that touch the lives of the citizens.
My joy actually comes from the fact that at least you can hear directly from some of the people that you have impacted on their lives. This area during the rainy season used to be a no-go area. It was a very difficult area to pass by. Today, just like they have passed through the testimonies you have had, they are able actually to carry out their activities effectively, and they are able to cross and connect with their friends and other business partners just across.
Representatives of the benefiting communities commended NEWAP for the intervention and promised to safeguard the project.
Today, what has been as a blockneck to us, as a bottleneck, has been removed, despite the fact that the construction of this drainage and culvert has really increased our life.
Yanzu kuma ina cikin sarari, an na koma ina cikin siminti. Na gode maka da girma, mai daukaka mana Allah ya kara maka.
Several communities across the state that before now suffered erosion and other environmental disasters benefited from the NEWAP project. Abubakar Abdullahi, Trust TV News, Lafia.
The Social, Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has issued a 48-hour ultimatum to the federal government to unblock millions of unregistered lines. Last week, the federal government directed telecommunication companies in the country to bar all outgoing calls on subscriber identity modules not yet registered and linked with national identification number by users. While reacting to the ban via a statement issued on Sunday, SERAP asked President Muhammadu Buhari to direct the Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Isa Pantami, and the Nigerian Communications Commission to immediately reverse the apparently unlawful decision to block over 72 million active telecommunication subscribers from making calls on their SIMs, while noting that the decision will dissuade the free expression of ideas and information. SERAP argued that the move is inconsistent and incompatible with the country's international legal obligations to respect, protect, promote and facilitate economic and social rights. And on the foreign scene, Pope Francis opens Holy Week Sunday with a call for an Easter truce in Ukraine to make room for a negotiated peace, highlighting the need for leaders to make some sacrifices for the good of the people. Celebrating Palm Sunday Mass before crowds in St. Petersburg Square for the first time since the pandemic, Pope Francis called for weapons to be laid down to begin an Easter truce, not to reload weapons and resume fighting, adding that a truce to reach peace through real negotiations. Pope Francis did not refer directly to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, but denounced the war and the suffering brought to innocent civilians. Well, there you go, and that's it on News Update. Do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms. I'm Zainab Bala. See you in a moment.